Welcome, welcome, welcome to another edition of Comedy One Shots with your favorite improv comedy troupe, Chaotic Good Improv. Of course, it's your favorite because you chose us, right? You could choose a lot of things, and we appreciate you choosing us. Now, for everyone out there who may have just now found us, just now found the glory of Chaotic Good Improv, let me tell you a little bit about what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to be making up everything here on the spot. So everything you're going to be seeing today is not planned at all. And some of it will probably be pretty obvious that we didn't plan any of it. But it should be a lot of fun either way. What we do, though, we do need from you is a lot of help. We will need a lot of suggestions throughout the night. So we're going to be asking for suggestions. Throw them into the chat for us. And Chad, our lovely everything man who does everything for us, we literally I don't think we could live without Chad. He will help us out by relaying all the messages from the chat to us so that we can know what's going on. Well, like I said, we're going to be playing a lot of games tonight, a lot of short-form games. We're going to be having a lot of fun. And by we, I mean our cast for this evening. So let's go ahead and introduce them. My name is Ty. We also have Pierce.
That's me.
We have Katie. We have Patrick. And we have Noah.
Whoa.
Yes, a lot of fun. And of course, like I said, Chad. Obviously, we cannot do it without Chad. So we're actually going to throw it over to Chad. Chad, do we have any announcements or anything that we need to know before we really get started?
Well, absolutely. First of all, welcome yet again to everyone who came out here to join us tonight on our Twitch stream, on Facebook, on YouTube, wherever Finer Improv is streamed. We are so glad you're here with us tonight. If you like what you're seeing tonight, we are viewer supported. So first and foremost way that you can support us is tell your friends that we're doing improv for free, beamed directly into your home's devices and wherever you can pick up our stream. Go ahead and let folks know that we're out there, and especially before we even get started on our first game, just email and text everybody quickly, hey, there's some weirdos and they're doing improv, check it out. And we would love to have them along because that's why we do this. We like to make people laugh and we like to see people watching. So thank you to everybody who did join us tonight. Another way that you can support us is to follow us on social media and on Twitch, which is our primary stream. Thank you to DeBeast, who actually just joined us, so thank you for the follow. Thank you also for the follow to Bathwater Bandit and Brandy Shea, who followed us yesterday, and the Raspberry, who followed us 2 days ago. So thank you so much for those follows. Another way that you can support us is by Twitch subscriptions, which if you're on Twitch, you can certainly do that. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can support us that way at no extra cost to you. Those subscriptions are free, included with your Amazon Prime subscription. BitCheers, which Eagle Panini in the chat just did. Thank you so much for that. That also throws a few coins in our hat and keeps us loud, live, and funny. So please do that if you can. But if nothing else, let folks know that we're doing this. Also, check out our website, chaoticgoodimprov.com. It is very expertly designed by the expert graphic designer we have on staff. And also, not to spoil anything, but it may play into a really big announcement coming up soon. Ooh. So check this out, Also, it's where you can get our merch. So if you like what you're seeing tonight and you want to represent, check out what Ty's doing and check out what I'm doing on a weird camera angle. And go get you some t-shirts. Go get you some mugs. Go get you some baby onesies. Go get you some bazookas. Actually, we just had to recall those due to safety reasons. But the rest of it you can get. So go to chaoticgoodimprov.com, check out our store, and you can get some CGI merch and represent. One last thing. We like to name our shows when we're done. We don't even name our shows beforehand. We have nothing planned except for the games we're going to be doing. So if you see our actors say something really funny tonight, or if you hear any common themes to what's going on, go ahead and put those in the chat as a suggestion for the show name. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick out the best suggestions, and we're going to deliberate at the end, and whatever we like best will be the show name going forward in the archives, and you get bragging rights. So how about that? So be sure to do all that. Aside from everything else, just enjoy the show tonight, and hope you have some fun. And speaking of fun, I'm going to turn it back over to our Funmeister for the evening, Ty.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Chad. That was awesome. Make sure that you do whatever you can to support us. We really, really appreciate it. Again, as simple as just spreading the word. We love to have as many people laugh as possible. That's why we do this. So just spread the word. Let people know that we're here. So we're going to get into our first game of the evening. It's a game called Change. It's one of my favorites. That's why we like to start with it, because it's one of my favorites. I'm just kidding. But what we are, this is a game for, I believe it's Pierce and Katie. Is that correct? Yes, it is. All right. So this is a game for Pierce and Katie. What we need for the suggestion, we're going to start off with a suggestion. What I need for a suggestion, can I get, how about Thanksgiving is really, really close. So what's a silly thing that you would be thankful for? A silly thing that you might be thankful for. So just type in some silly stuff that you're thankful for in the chat. You can get heartfelt if you really want to. But just be prepared for us to make fun of your heartfelt, thankful things. So as long as you're cool with that, you can put some heartfelt stuff in there. But what's going to happen is Pierce and Katie are going to be doing the scene. I'm going to be editing it. I will be able to say change anytime I want throughout the scene. And they're going to have to change the last thing that they said or the last action that they did or really whatever they were doing. They're just going to change it. They're going to keep changing it till I'm happy and they get to move on. Cool. So that's why it's called Change. So, Chad, do we have any suggestions in the chats?
Oh, yeah. Zoe Warhead in the chat is really excited about canceling plans. Thankful for that.
Oh, all right, all right. So this has something to do with canceling plans. This is Change with Pierce and Katie in 3, 2, 1.
I think it worked.
She totally bought it.
Did we don't have to go to your sister's wedding?
Yes! I don't even like her, so I am so glad we're not going.
Oh God, that's it. And her husband. What was she thinking? Well, her husband to be.
Right? Yeah.
If he actually shows up.
I don't know if he's smart enough to even find the menu. Honestly, he is quite dumb.
I don't know what this is in him. I mean, she's actually pretty cool.
Change.
She's actually kind of hot.
Okay.
Change.
You know, I kind of have a crush on her.
You know, I'm not really okay with you admitting that, James. She's my sister.
We don't look alike. It's close.
Oh, okay. No. Everyone knows that I'm the hot one.
Change.
Everyone knows that I'm the smart one.
Change.
Everyone knows that I'm the one with a decent sense of humor.
But it's not on display at the moment. But yeah, I mean, you're normally pretty humorous. Yeah.
Okay, well, if we're gonna start talking about crushes, there are people that are more attractive than you, James.
Well, I mean, maybe a few.
Change.
Yeah, I know I'm a dog, but I'm rich.
Change.
Why do you have to go say that?
Well, I
was complimenting you. I was telling you how much you look like your hot sister.
I just don't know if that came across how you meant it.
Okay, let me try again. You look very like 90% like your hot sister.
I just still don't feel great about that, James. Like I said, there are people who are hotter than you too, but I don't rub your face.
You're rubbing my ugly face all in it right now.
Well, you're the one who said ugly face. That wasn't what I said.
Change.
Well, now that you mention it, it is an ugly face. And
okay. You know what? I'm going to the wedding.
Well, if you go to the wedding, I have to go. We both know I don't want to go.
I think you can stay here because I'm going to object. And I'm going to take your sister instead.
Oh, wait. Actually, I love this objecting idea. But what if instead of you taking my sister, we just ruin her big day?
Well, then I don't get to, have your sister.
Oh, she would never go for you anyway, honey. You're a dog.
And scene. All right, that was wonderful. I love how, in case you're wondering, we don't only do improv here, we do marriage counseling here as well. So if you need any help with your relationships, just call us. We got you covered. Don't worry about it. All right, so we're going to play our next game, which is this is a fun one because everyone is in on this one. This is a game called Objection. Objection. Yes, that's right. I'm going to go ahead and change mine. What we need is a silly thing for people to be arguing about. So it could be which is better, Coke or Pepsi. So we need to know something like that, like two different stances on a really silly thing to have stances on. But like, what's better, Coke or Pepsi? Something like that. So if you could start throwing some of those in the chat.
Coke versus Pepsi is not a silly argument.
Oh, it's not? Is it
Serious.
Is it very serious? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Pepsi is a Southern classic. Everyone knows that. That's what the billboards say. It's better.
Yeah, Coke is actually from Atlanta.
Yeah, Coke funds my education, so I really gotta.
We
As an
escalated
RC
this
Cola
Coke
person.
versus Pepsi argument pretty high right here.
Oh wait, we're supposed to wait for a.
I was wondering if we started.
We've already started.
Yeah, we're just You know.
While we're getting those suggestions in, basically what's going to happen is two actors here. Let's start with Patrick and Noah. They're going to start off with the basic argument between those two things, and then we're going to continually object throughout the whole argument and change the argument up. It'll be fun. You'll understand how it goes when you see it. It's really hard to explain, so I'm not even going to really try that hard. Chad, so do we have anything for us to argue about?
Here's one that's near and dear to my heart. Deep dish or thin crust from Eagle Panini.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a very good one. All right, so we'll start with Patrick and Noah. I'll let them decide which stance in case they have a stance on that argument. So this is Patrick and Noah. Start us off, and then we'll just start objecting. But we're going to start with the argument: deep dish versus thin crust for pizza. And 3, 2, 1.
Now, there are a lot of ways to enjoy pizza, and there's only one way that is absolutely incorrect, and that is deep dish pizza. Deep dish pizza is not pizza. It is noodleless lasagna that's just served on a little bread plate. It's disgusting. It's nothing but cheese and just ugh.
Objection. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, what you've heard here is slanderous. Okay, it's a bunch of lies, and quite frankly, I'm a little bit insulted. See, the thing about deep dish pizza is it's not just cheese. I'm not sure where that misconception came from. You can put just about whatever you put on a normal pizza on a deep dish pizza, but
Objection. You really don't want to put anything that you would put on. Noah has very strange pizza tastes, and so putting anything Noah would put on a pizza is just really not a good idea in general. Very bad for your digestive health.
Objection.
If you're eating pizza, your digestive health is the last of your concerns. One eats pizza to really bloat out or soak up alcohol. That's really the only two reasons to eat pizza. Any other reason,
Objection. Listen, saying that soaking up alcohol is the only reason to eat pizza, you've clearly never played youth sports, and you've never experienced the absolute euphoria of going and eating CC's Pizza after you lose your T-ball game to the Reds.
Objection. There is no euphoria happening at CC's Pizza. That place is just full of sadness and despair. It's where you go to spend $5.55 on some mediocre food.
Objection.
Mediocre at best. CC's is
Objection. Mediocre at best. Mediocre, like at average. It's a little bit better than mediocre. There's like some spices in there.
Objection. Do you know what the word mediocre means?
Objection.
I'm reserving mediocre for bowling alley pizza because that's another tier that we have to respect in this equation.
Objection. No one orders pizza at a bowling alley. We all know this. You go for the nachos every time.
Gary, okay? My Uncle Gary always gets the pizza. He gets the big pitcher of beer and he pees himself afterwards.
Uncle Gary, we know, gets the pizza, again, to soak up the alcohol. It goes back to my original argument.
Objection. I know for a fact that Uncle Gary does not exist.
Objection. Who are you to run around telling people what their family trees include or don't include?
Objection. Uncle Gary doesn't exist in a traditional sense. He is a coping mechanism that I have been working on for a while. And Ty, quite frankly, I don't appreciate you working backwards on all the therapy I've been paying for. Uncle Gary has done me a lot of good in the past few years.
Objection. Therapy's not real. Come on, let's be honest here.
Objection. Listen, I think that we stand therapy in this house, okay?
Objection. I guess we don't stand therapy because I'm finding out that everything I experience doesn't exist, so I assume I do not experience standing. Standing does not exist, Katie, okay? It is not within this realm of reality. Standing is, quite frankly, it's a myth that you are...
Objection. I very much feel the reality of me standing therapy in this house. Therefore,
perception does not mean existence. So while
that is why thin crust is better than thick crust. I
have to agree. Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, great. So
perception is said. It's time to shut it down.
Yeah, we went way off the rails on that one. Oddly enough, we found just a second set of rails that had just a therapy base on it. So usually we just bounce around. We found where we were really going. What we're going to do now in our next game is a game for Patrick and Katie. Now, what I'm going to need in the chat are a couple occupations that have nothing to do with each other. So just start typing in some occupations, and we're going to use that. Because this is a game called Old Job, New Job. This is another one of my favorites. Old Job, New Job. Basically what's going to happen here. Oh, do we know who's going to have the old job? Nope, didn't figure that out. We didn't bother.
I was just going to message Patrick and ask him that. So,
do you guys care?
No preference.
Well, then, Patrick, why don't you be the person who had the old job, and you now have a new job? So this is why it's called old job, new job. Patrick had a job. He left that job voluntarily, not voluntarily, who knows? And now he has a new job. But unfortunately, some of his habits from his old job are going to sneak into his new job. So, and Katie's going to have to deal with it because that's just how it's going to work. So, Chad, do we have two occupations?
Yes, we do. As I figure out how to unmute myself. Okay, so we have a all right, so we have a croupier, and I will explain. It's the person managing a table at a casino. So basically, the dealer.
Thank you, Chad.
Yeah.
He did not let us make a fool of ourselves, being like, "Does anyone know that?"
That's the one who works at craps table, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah. And a bus driver.
And a bus driver. All right, cool. This is good. I think that it would be super fun if we had somebody who used to manage the craps table is now a bus driver. So Patrick has spent most of his life working casino tables, and now he has to be a bus driver. Or he gets to be a bus driver. Either way, however he feels, we'll see how he feels about it. And so this is Old Job, New Job with Patrick and Katie in 3, 2, 1.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Yeah, Fred, excuse me, just a moment. We've had some complaints.
Complaints about what?
Well, you, to be specific.
What are you talking about? I'm the best bus driver there is. You know, I wear my dress shirt every day with my vest and my bow tie. I come dressed for the job. You know, you dress for the job you want, and I dress for success.
Yes, you do. You look great. You do. It's just people are starting to feel a little nervous, you know, on the bus with you.
I mean, hey, the people are going to feel the way the people feel. I mean, most of the time they're going to feel lucky. You know, that's why they're riding the bus. They want to test their luck. They want to ride the bus and just kind of see what happens. You know, sometimes if you ride the bus, you might lose all your money. You might lose your mortgage. Who knows? Sometimes you might walk away with $200-300. Who knows?
Yeah. No, see, it's the telling people that they might lose their money and their mortgages. That I think that's sort of alarming folks who are just trying to get to work. You know.
Wait, they're trying to get to work? Are you serious? I mean, I've been giving them just free alcohol just whenever they want it.
Fred.
People literally line up. They when my bus pulls up to the station, people are just standing around, just wondering what's going on. No one knows what's happening, you know. And people are on here. They're just drunk, having a great time, you know.
I see that now. This, you know what? I think you actually might have stumbled onto something brilliant here, because this bus is quite full of people now.
I mean, yeah, and they just put their money just wherever they see fit, you know, because no one knows where the money goes on the bus. There's no spot for it. I just have 3 or 4 people walking around the bus at all times, just kind of like picking up money, giving out money. No one really understands what's happening. Something about snake eyes. I think there was a snake attack on the bus recently. I'm not sure.
Listen, okay, if there was a snake attack on the bus, I really should have been notified about that. I'm just going to throw that out there. But aside from that, I think you got a nice little thing going here.
I mean, the people knew about the snake attack. The guy came on with the clipboard and the suit, and I said, "Hey, there was a snake attack on here," and he went, "Okay, snake attack, yep." And he kind of kept walking. I don't know who that guy was either, though. Now to think about it, I don't know if he actually worked for the bus depot or not.
I can confirm that we don't have any guys walking around in clipboards with headsets really employed by me anyway. I don't know. Honestly, I thought he was one of your friends.
No, I can get him. I've got this long stick here. I can get him by the neck here.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that was the wrong guy.
Oh, see,
and scene. Oh, that's great.
I've been on that bus and on a craps table. And they both make about the same amount of sense.
I have played craps twice. I don't know what was happening. I have no idea. No clue.
On the table, and you might get some back. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's kind of like D&D.
Yeah. What? Okay. Yeah. So for this next game is going to include Katie, Ty, Noah, and Patrick all together, except in 4 different scenes. We need 4 different suggestions for these 4 scenes. Let's see. Let's get. We already did occupations. Let's do something that you might do in your backyard. A backyard activity. That'll be one of them. And then we will do one of my favorites. What would the 11th commandment be? If there were an 11th commandment, thou shalt not what? What would that 11th commandment be? For the 3rd scene, something that you would do on vacation, not where you would go, but like you go on vacation and you do something there. What would that be? And then the 4th one is something you might find if you were digging around in your trunk. All right. So those will be our 4 things that we'll work with. What's going to happen is these 4 actors are going to be doing 4 different scenes. We'll have, let me get my actor list here. We'll have Noah and Patrick in one scene, Patrick and Katie in another, Katie and Ty in a 3rd, and then Ty and Noah in the 4th. During this game, at any point, I can tell them to switch to any one of those 4 scenes. They will pick that scene right back up from where they left off. So you'll have 4 different scenes to watch. If one of them sucks, oh well, you got 3 others. So Chad, what do we have coming in on the wire, so to speak?
Okay, so we have a Segway tour as a suggestion.
Segway tour.
Oh, nice.
Type them into our little private chat. All right, what's next?
We have thou shalt not microwave fish. So microwaving fish would be, yeah.
All right, good. That's definitely on the list. What else?
A broken engagement ring.
Broken engagement ring. Okay.
And mowing the lawn.
Mowing the lawn. All right. So let me get excuse me. Back to my list here. So Noah and Patrick, you'll be doing a scene that has something to do with a Segway tour. Patrick and Katie, y'all's will be about microwaving fish. Katie and Ty, something to do about a broken engagement ring. And then Ty and Noah, mowing the lawn. All right. So this game is Switch in 3, 2, and 1.
You coming, me?
Taylor, you have to slow down. I can't fit my walker and everything else on this Segway. It's too fast.
Meemon, come on, you got to fold up the walker, strap it to the Segway, and get on over here. You're going to miss the volcanoes.
The volcano, we can't ride a Segway all the way uphill. I'm having a hard enough time on flat ground as it is. You didn't say this was a volcano tour. What if I ride straight in?
Meemaw, you're not going to ride straight in. They've got little walls, little barriers to keep you from. Look, they wouldn't let 75-year-olds rent a Segway if they could fall into the magma or the lava or whatever you call it here.
Are you saying it has like bumpers, like a bowling alley up this nature trail?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like walls. A wall, Grandma. A barrier.
Microwaving fish.
Jason, I fixed your lunch for you.
Yeah, I can. I kind of noticed that from the smell.
Well, I'm just trying to be efficient with how I cook, sweetheart.
Listen. We've been eating leftovers for the last 6 weeks straight. Okay, I'm ready for some fresh cooked meals, and I don't even know if this fish is good no more. It smells to high hell.
Well, that I thought that you liked how efficient I am. I just cook from midnight to 2 a.m., put it all in the fridge so we can have leftovers for days. But they're fresh.
But hun, the smell is disgusting. It smells like you ate a whole bunch of asparagus and then you didn't flush the toilet after you were done using it.
Broken engagement ring.
I see what your problem is. Your problem is that this ring is broken. Now, may I interest you in a locket? I have a nice locket over here that I can replace the ring with the locket.
No. See, I think my husband will notice if I replace the engagement ring with a locket. So I just need you to fix the ring. That'd be good.
I got you. I can fix this ring. No problem. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any sapphires left. So I will have to do the best I can. I have some plastic little beads from Mardi Gras that I kept in the back corner. I can grab some of them plastic blue ones and just shove them in there, and then it'll look kind of like sapphires.
Mowing the lawn.
I just don't think it's long enough.
I think you're right. I think that this would not be even worth our while to even try to mow this lawn.
I mean, look, I know Mom said mow it.
Right.
But I feel like, given how not long it is,
right,
we could get away with bending the truth.
She won't even notice if she looked outside. It's not going to change
won't
anything.
Even notice. It looks fresh cut.
All right, well, what we got to do, though, is we got to convince her that we still did it, even though not doing it. So I think that one of us has to make the noise of a lawnmower while the other one just walks around the backyard for a little bit.
I'm good with that. Do you have the megaphone?
Fish.
Okay, so listen. I know I've been complaining a lot. I was talking to you yesterday about this fish business. I decided to cook something for us, totally fresh. Okay. Now, I've always heard you can cook a big old turkey. It's going to last you a long time. Okay. So I went ahead. I got a 26-pound bird, put it in the microwave for 26 minutes, and so I got about 2 minutes left. But I'm hoping it'll work. I didn't put no spices on it or nothing, so it shouldn't taste too bad.
Oh, good, honey. You are a culinary genius, putting that microwave to good use.
Yeah, I got your.
Sure.
Oh my goodness, Taylor, this is amazing.
Grandma, how did you get on the wall? Grandma, get down from the wall.
Oh, Taylor, I've been watching that Nitro Circus Instagram. You've been sending me videos of it. I the spirit of Travis Pastrana just came over me, and I'm going to do a backflip on this Segway. It's amazing.
Grandma, the magma! Look out! Or lava? Is it lava here? Is it lava or magma?
Ring.
All right, so some good news and some bad news. Good news is I'm almost finished with this ring pop I've been sucking on.
Oh God.
Bad news is I can't fix your ring, so I'm just going to replace it with the remnants of this ring pop.
My husband is gonna kill me. You know that, right?
Well, I'm going to be honest. I don't really understand what you're already married. Why don't you need an engagement ring is what I'm confused about.
Well, I still wore it, behind the wedding band. Oh God.
Well, if it means that much to you, I can try a little bit harder. I guess I can put some sort of diamond on it. What if I made it better than what it was before?
Okay, I think you're moving in the right direction. I just think.
Lawn.
Check.
Segway.
Hey, Taylor, come close to your Mima. Taylor, listen, okay. I got a little too close, too adventurous. I was too adventurous, and I fell. I feel like I broke my hip.
Yeah, Mima, you're bleeding everywhere.
Is that what that is? I thought there was a nice warm puddle just flowing near me. Is that my blood?
Yes, that's definitely your blood, Grandma, and it is the lava, or is it magma? It's the volcano stuff seeping over to you.
Taylor, it's just terribly hot. It's terribly hot, and I don't want to end up like a
that's why I'm
Anakin
not rushing over
Skywalker
to you,
type
Grandma.
fictional
It is
character.
terribly hot.
Can you responsibly call EMS and tell them we're at the top of the volcano?
EMS will not be here in time, Mima. I, quite frankly, cannot tell what we're gonna do.
Taylor, I feel like you're not making.
Okay,
Yes.
this is better. I could work with
Good.
this.
Good. Yes, I made those diamonds myself.
Somehow that doesn't. I feel somehow worse now that you've.
And scene.
Also, I just want to say, nerd alert here, Noah, but lava is the molten rock on the Earth's surface. Magma is when it's below the surface. Sorry.
Well, in case anyone wanted to know,
Hey,
there you go.
At no point in that scene did I claim to know.
No, that's
Someone's getting their PhD in geology. I'm Katie.
All right, so we're going to move into our next game, a game called Scene 3 Ways, or as I like to call it, Scene 4 Ways, because we'll be seeing 4 scenes. And this is a game with Pierce and Noah. Now, what we need in the chats is we need 3 different genres. They can be genres of movie, of TV, or theater, different styles of TV, movie, and theater. So we just need a bunch of them. So because we're going to pull 3 of them out. And again, you're going to see a scene 4 different times. But I guess technically it's one scene done 3 different ways in a way, I guess. I don't know. It's still confusing to me. I still think it should be called Scene 4 Ways. Anyway, so
that's you.
What was that, Noah?
I was just saying you're the only one who's confused by it.
No, I think I'm just the only one who's not a sheep and not just going along with it, okay? I'm blazing my own path. Thank you. All right, Chad. Chad, do we have some of these starting to roll in?
Oh, they're creeping in very slowly. I'm just enjoying this eternal debate about Scene 3 Ways, Scene 4 Ways.
It is a big debate.
It
That's what we
gives
should do
me
next
life.
time for objection. Next time, so whoever's watching, the next time we do objection, put this in for objection. We'll use this. We'll solve this once and for all.
Love it. Okay, well, so far we have a true crime documentary.
Ooh. Good.
And as they continue to go in order to encourage people to actually put stuff in the chat, I'm going to yodel for the next solid 5 minutes until someone does. I'm
Nice.
just kidding.
Well, what
Oh man, I was looking forward to that. That would be awesome.
What I'll do is I'll plug what's happening at the end of the show.
Oh,
Is
there we
we're gonna have a giveaway at the end of the show. So if you want if you want the opportunity to win free stuff, help us get through the show a little faster. We can speed it up here.
Absolutely.
Free stuff.
Ah, yes, an English period piece.
Ah.
Okay.
So we have the location of the period piece, but not the time frame. So that's going to be fun. We're going to see what timeline they choose to put that one in. That's going to be good.
Okay, and of course, y'all knew it was going to happen. We got a musical.
Nice. Love it. All right, great. So, Chad, why don't you just pull a suggestion that we weren't able to get to earlier in the show, and we'll use that as the main suggestion. Like I said, they're going to be doing just a basic, simple, about a minute-long scene based on whatever suggestion Chad pulls from the old chats. And they're going to be doing it normal, and then they're going to do the same scene 3 other times based on each of these genres. So, Chad, let me know whenever you find a suggestion that you want to use.
Parasailing.
Ooh, parasailing. So this is a scene about parasailing in some way. This is scene 3 or 4 ways, whichever way you want to say it. This is between Pierce and Noah in 3, 2, 1.
Wow. That's those guys are really high up there.
Yeah, if you could keep that speed of the boat going, I would really appreciate it. We're starting to fall here.
Yeah, sorry. I got distracted. There's some birds. Yep. Whoa!
Hey, Jared. Not to be Goldilocks here, but a little slower would be appreciated.
All right.
Jared, I'm following Jared. Jared. No.
No. I'm reeling you in. You don't have a hang of this.
Oh, did you see that? I was killing it. Huh?
Oh, all right.
And scene. Okay, cool. So we have a nice base, a nice foundation there. So let's see. I would actually love to see this first as an English period piece, mainly because I want to see how you guys figure out a way to make this into an English period piece. I'm so excited I have to see it first. So this is the same scene, but as an English period piece in 3, 2, 1.
My God, they're quite high.
If you could hurry up the wagon, good stage master, good wagon master of the 18th Victorian century.
I beg your pardon, Faith. Yeah, ha.
Not to query too much, but could you perhaps, good servant, slow down a little bit? I am rattling about in this carriage.
But of course, sir.
Oh, I seem to be falling out of the carriage due to the slow movement. Oh my goodness!
I'm pulling into the tavern now.
Oh,
I don't believe you're safe.
Why are we stopping our ride? I thought we were doing just fine back there in the carriage this century.
The horses are dead.
Okay, and scene. All right, good. That's actually a nice little segue into our next genre, which is, of course, a true crime documentary. So let's see the exact same scene, but this time as a true crime documentary. 3, 2, 1.
I have a knife. I'm a murderer and I have a knife. I'm not the murderer. I am footage of an actor reenacting the murderer.
I'm trying to get away from the guy with the knife. Run!
Oh, I sure hope the knife doesn't cut me in my pocket while I'm jostled around.
He's looking up unsafe. I'll drag him back down.
I'm going to start reeling myself in so I can kill this guy.
Oh, he's about to kill me.
I have a knife.
Flash.
Oh, I was the victim.
And see, I feel like that was less of a documentary, more of like an abstract theater production.
Is that what a documentary is?
Oh, I love it. All right, so of course we finish off with everyone's favorite. Let's turn this parasailing scene into a musical in 3, 2, 1.
Way up high in the sky, there's a guy.
And I'm falling a little bit, just a little bit. If you could just speed up a little bit, that would be great. Oh! Much better. Until I'm sinking.
Oh, allegro.
and scene. Oh man. Oh, that was great. That was awesome. Go for it.
I was trying everything I had to channel the song "Free Falling" into Noah's head, but I think he was too young.
Also, I want to point out whatever brand is Noah's chair. We need to get that brand because that chair is really living up to whatever.
It really does the work it needs to do.
Wow. All right. So this next game is a game called Chaotic Newscasters. So what I'm going to need from you guys are some quirks that each of our characters might have. So if we can go ahead and get those in the chat, and I will assign them. In the meantime, I'll just do this really cool dance move,
And I'll yodel. No, we're not doing it.
Okay.
And just to kind of expound on that a little bit, in the chat, go ahead and throw in quirks. Put something that maybe someone's going through, maybe some kind of change, or maybe some kind of weird thing that would be happening to somebody, and we'll be assigning them to this newscast. So, okay. Purple Pineapple 8 has suggested a nervous laugh.
Okay. All right. That's a good one. I mean, not if you suffer from it like I do, but makes you girls kind of weird.
Someone who, someone who thinks they're the best man giving a toast at a wedding.
Okay.
Wait, someone that thinks they're the best man, but they're not actually the best man.
That is good.
That actually happened at my brother's wedding. I thought I was the best man. Anyway, someone who's transforming into an ant.
Hey, I think those are probably good. So how about if Ty, do you want to be a best man, or you think you're the best man?
Yeah, of course. I would love to be your best man.
Okay, great. And how about?
I'm really honored.
How about Pierce? Let me see. What were the other? Would you like to be turning into an ant, Pierce?
But of course.
Perfect. And then Patrick, that leaves you with also award for best host of the game tonight. Definitely goes to me because I was totally paying attention to everything that Chad just said. So sorry.
Yes, I'll take the other suggestion, which was Katie.
I think it was
nervous laughter.
Nervous laughter, yes. There we go.
I was actually really hoping that Katie would nervously laugh. And not. That's what I was really hoping for.
Yeah. All right. Well, now that I've done a fantastic job introducing this game, Chaotic Newscasters, Noah is going to be the host of this evening's broadcast. So take it away.
Hello and welcome to CMBA and W239 TV. I'm your host, Jack Jacksonville, and with tonight's top story, someone has cut all of the sleeves off of the shirts at Gap. We're going live on the scene now with our on-the-scene reporter, Beefand Cheese. Mr. Cheese, how are things going on down there?
Thanks, Jack. Thanks. And I just want to let all the viewers at home know I have known Doug for 5 years longer than Jack has. I just want to make sure everyone knows I've known Doug the longest out of anyone here. So just in case anyone's wondering, definitely me. So if you know anything about Doug, just ask me.
We are both very good friends with Doug, though, both very close to Doug.
Yeah, whatever, Jack. It doesn't really matter at this point. So Doug and I go way back. Doug and I go way back. We met at the Gap. We worked at the Gap 25 years ago is when we worked at the Gap as models at the Gap. And so this cutting off the sleeves is very concerning to me. But I know that Doug is going to be able to get through it because Doug is a kind-hearted person, right? Doug's going to be able to get through this crisis of the sleeves being missing from all the shirts at the Gap. And of course, he has Anna by his side. Anna, love you. You're the best. I know we're all jealous of Doug. Right. We're all jealous of Doug tonight. Oh, Doug. Oh, Dougie boy. Dougie boy. Yeah, that's what we call each other, right? He called me, I call him Dougie boy, and he loves it. Yeah. So anyway, back to you, John. It was John, right? John? Yeah, John. Whatever, John. No one cares.
All right. Great report from our reporter, Bfan Cheese. For the record, I will be serving as the best man at our friend Doug's wedding next week. I feel like someone should let him know. Okay, well, moving on, we're going to be checking in with the weather. I'm going to pass things on over to our reporter on the weather, Michael Jackson. Michael, how are things going?
Thanks, Jack. Things are great. As you can see, here on the East Coast, we've got a high pressure just sitting up there over Maine. I think there's a lot of trees and such up there that produce a lot of sap, which is really tasty. Lots of sugar.
I apologize. I'm getting word that someone spilled a bunch of breadcrumbs in the weather room. Please try to ignore that, Michael.
Not a problem. They do look really tasty, though. There's a whole line of them that's just. You know what? We're good. We're good. On the West Coast, a lot of sun. So be careful with those magnifying glasses, people. They can really burn. They can really do a lot of damage here if they get in the wrong hands. And then coming inland from the West Coast, there in Arizona, New Mexico, there's a lot of sand there, really easy to dig into.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Michael. I think there are also some sugar cubes have been dropped around there, but fortunately they should be 10 times your weight, so you shouldn't be able to do anything to them.
It's delicious. It's delicious. Where's the queen? Where's the queen?
Well, that's the weather. Michael Jackson. Oh my goodness. Is he? Okay. Well, hopefully someone will clean that up. Last, we're gonna go check in on the big game. It's time for that section we have here, the big game on CMBW. Yeah, you get it. We're gonna go check in with our top sports reporter, Hot Hodson. Hot, how you doing?
Well, it's a swelter out here where the mood is here is it's electric for the Super Bowl because people are they're so excited. We're here in the new stadium in Washington D.C.
Hey, can you people enunciate your words a little bit? Hot.
Yeah, we have quite a number of protesters outside here because the new Washington NFL stadium is built on Indian burial grounds. I just can't. It's a very somber occasion here, Jack. A very, very somber occasion here for the big game because people have been trying to smuggle in weapons, but they haven't been successful so far. But I'm getting a report that at least one person has. and safety is, of course, of the utmost paramount here for the NFL. Because they care so much about safety. I'm sorry, I can't. Back to you, Jack and Jacksonville.
I want to apologize to our viewers for the low levels of professionalism exhibited by the team today. Although, Doug, I will be popping the champagne next week. We're going to be popping that champagne because you're getting married, baby. All right. This has been the news. I'm your host, Jack Jacksonville. And we'll be right back.
And scene.
Oh man.
Oh man. I want to apologize to the NFL. They do care about the safety of human beings. All right. Our next game is a game we like to call product placement, I believe, right? Am I doing the right thing? Okay.
Yes.
I want to make sure I'm not going out of order because I have just made up games before. Our next game is a game called product placement. So what we need for this is it's going to be for Ty and Pierce. We need lots and lots of products. We need name brands because in this game, they're going to be doing that thing they do in movies where they open the cupboard and there's like the thing of Nesquik next to the bottle of Coca-Cola. And you go, I don't know. It seems like the company paid to be there. It's because they were. But we don't have enough sponsors yet to adequately do that ourselves. So we need you to give us things like Tide Pods, Nesquik, New Coke, whatever you want to give us. We need real name brand products because we are trying to get sponsorships.
I noticed you named Coke there twice, Patrick. Mr.
I'm just saying. I'm secretly a Coke man. It's true. It's true. Yeah. Chad, do we have any name brand products that are rolling in?
Oh, sorry. I was just finishing up my RC Cola as referenced earlier. I'm just going to continue down that road. All right.
We're also looking for a new tech guy, by the way. If anyone out there can run a computer system, it's not that hard, even though it might seem like it.
It is super easy, barely an inconvenience. But anyway, all right. So we have, let's see. First of all, we have Oreo brand cookies.
Oreo brand cookies.
All right. We have Uno brand card game.
Uno. Okay.
We have Angel Soft toilet paper.
Angel Soft toilet paper.
We have Vegemite brand Blech.
Sorry, I almost don't spell that wrong. Did that come from one of our guests from Down Under?
It did not actually, I don't think.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's from our new person, The Beast. So great times.
All right.
Let's see here. Samsung phones.
Samsung phones. Give me like 4 more.
Sure. Bic pens.
Bic pens.
Lay's chips.
Lay's chips. Then give me 2 more. No food. You got a lot of food.
Oh, no food. Okay.
No food.
That's going to be interesting. Let's see. Preparation H.
Preparation H. Okay. That's definitely getting used.
And okay. Post-it notes. And the Beast is from Australia, by the way. Just FYI.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Well, good day. Do we have a suggestion from earlier that we haven't used? Maybe one that caught your eye.
Yeah, let me take a look here. Yes, World Clown Organization.
The World Clown Organization. Not to be confused with the World Trade Organization. No. All right, so, I don't know. What does the WTO do? No one knows. All right, so this is product placement with Ty and Pierce. Their suggestion is the World Clown Organization. That starts in 3, 2, and 1.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Giggles. You are now the president of the World Clown Organization.
Oh, I want to thank you for being my campaign manager.
Of course.
It's been a long ride, a bumpy one, especially in that little tiny car. But you were with me the whole way, squirt bottle, squirt flower and all.
Yeah, I'm glad you appreciate all I've done for you, you know. I'm just really glad that you finally are reaching the pinnacle of clowndom.
That's right, and I do appreciate it, Sir Sly. In fact, I'm going to make you my chief of staff.
Big pens.
Wow! Well, let me just tell you, as your chief of staff, I'm going to be writing the best notes for you, and the best notes are written by Bic pens. I'm sure you know that.
I do, Sir Sly. Big pens, they glide right over every single piece of paper I have, and They ride on balloon animals.
Which is impressive. That means the ball point of the ballpoint pen is soft enough to not pop your balloons, but hard enough to write down your notes for up to 6 straight hours without sticking. It's pretty impressive.
Uno.
One more thing that I have to tell you, Sir Sly.
Oh.
That's right. We're going to have an official World Clown Organization game.
Oh, Mr. Giggles, I'm so excited. Let me write that down.
Make a note. We're going to have Uno, Family Fun for Everyone, as the official card game of the World Clown Organization. That's right. Every time that you put on that fuzzy hair, you're going to play another card. Draw 10.
Post-it notes.
Well, why write notes when, like, on paper, when you can have some fun with it with the multicolored pack of Post-it notes? It's the note that makes you smile, just like we're the people that make you smile. So let me just write. You see, I can even write a little smile on this note and stick it to you right there. And then now everyone will know that you're a happy person.
That's right. They stick right underneath my big red nose.
Preparation H.
And elsewhere.
That's true. These Post-it notes can remind you about a lot of things, like the helpfulness of Preparation H. When you're in your big pants, sometimes you get a little itchy.
You know, Sir Sly. Itchy, yeah.
Oh, what do you call it, Mr. Giggles? I call it a little itchy when I'm around the kids, they don't really understand what I'm talking about.
And scene. Nope, not going there.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to have nightmares tonight. I regret using that suggestion.
Hey, you wanted it.
Hate
you wanted it.
Audiences.
I understand why people are scared of clowns now. Okay. All right. Last game, isn't it?
Oh, no.
I believe so, yeah.
Yes, it is, yeah.
They're going to end after this and after our big announcement. That's right, Patrick.
Of course.
But before we do that, one more game. And for this game, we need some suggestions. First, who's going to be taking the ears out? Ty, good. Ty is taking his ears out of his head, so he cannot hear us. Get these suggestions. We're going to get some suggestions together because we're about to play Choose a Loser. So some of the things that we need for suggestions are things like, let's do a famous fictional character, like a famous movie character, somebody that everybody would know in a movie. So we'll do that one. Actually, give us a couple of those. We'll take a couple of those, and then let's do an occupation, but an occupation along with what would make somebody really bad at that occupation. So a pilot who is afraid of heights, that kind of thing. And then for our third one, somebody that is very, very knowledgeable about a subject, but not something that makes any sense or money, something very trivial, but they know everything about it.
Preferably not craps.
Yes, not craps. All right. So we'll go with that, and we'll see what we get. Chad?
I just wanted to go on record as saying that Patrick is now going to be my craps consultant. Anytime I have a question about how to improve my game or anything about the intricacies thereof, I will be consulting him. Mm-hmm. So let it be known, let it be recorded in this game forever. Okay, so moving on, let's see. We have, for famous people, we have a suggestion for the Grinch, Mr. Bean, Jack Sparrow.
It looked like Katie wants to be the Grinch.
So much.
He's a mean one.
Want the Grinch, Katie?
Yes, I will be the Grinch.
All right, Katie, you got the Grinch. We might come back and do a little something else, but we'll go with that for now. What else? What else we got?
Let's see. We have taxidermist who can't sew, lawyer scared of public speaking, geologist afraid of rocks,
Let's go with a taxidermist.
Okay.
Okay. I can do that one.
Okay. Let's make you just afraid of animals rather than
Afraid of animals. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Afraid of animals. All right. And what's our third one there?
Hamburglar. Someone who knows way too much about Preparation H. Christopher Walken.
What if I'll be the Hamburglar, and if you don't want to throw anything else on top, how about this? I'm Christopher Walken, who is playing the Hamburglar.
Just about to say that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
As the Hamburglar. All right. Katie, you're good with the Grinch. Patrick is taxidermist who's afraid of animals, and Noah is Christopher Walken as the Hamburglar. So let's give Ty the international symbol for put your headphones on. And welcome to the game, Ty. That's right. You are on Choose a Loser. You're going to get 3 rounds of questions with our 3 loser candidates. And you're going to have to figure out which loser is your loser tonight. Okay, so I hope that you like losers because that's all you've got. Take it away.
Losers are my absolute favorite because they make me feel better about myself. So I'm going to go ahead and start with loser number 1. I have a question for you. I love to spend a lot of time on various hobbies of mine. Like, I love to collect Pokemon cards, and I love to knit clothes for people. What kind of hobbies or activities do you like to do?
Well, I would say I don't like very many things. I do like wishing ill upon people. So occasionally I will go, do that very loudly from my front porch. And, yeah. Really, just not into people.
Okay, well, cool. Well, maybe we can be secluded together. All right, loser number 2. Loser number 2, I have a question for you. I would love to see the world someday, some exotic places. Where would you take me if we went on an exotic vacation, and why?
Oh, I would take us to the Smithsonian. They have a lovely collection of specimens that are dead, so they're not going to hurt you. They're not going to attack you, but they're perfectly preserved in formaldehyde, and then their innards are ripped from them, and they're stuffed with all sorts of whatever and sewed back up, and you can see them, and they preserve and they don't hurt you, and they're just such majestic creatures, all of them. I would take us to the Smithsonian.
Oh, cool. So that's kind of like seeing the whole world in one place. I love it. All right. Loser number 3, I have a question for you. I would love to have a family someday. Do you want kids? If so, how many and what would you name them?
Well, quite frankly, I wouldn't be too opposed to having children. Although when it comes to naming, I start to wonder, as long as we don't name them Ronald, the name of my accursed enemy, I'll really be quite fine as long as we're not naming them Ronald or Donald. I'll be absolutely fine with any kind of name that might have some kind of significance to you.
Okay, well, good. That's very nice of you to say that. All right, loser number 1. Loser number 1. I live an expensive life. So what kind of job do you do in order for you to pay for all my expensive habits?
Always about the stuff. You see, people are always about the stuff. Gotta have more stuff, gotta have more money to buy more stuff, and it's all just it's a racket, like if the stuff was gone, people would just not know what to do, they would fall apart, and I just can't have it. I will stop it from happening. I don't know how, but I will.
Oh, okay. Well, if you could cure me of my expensive habits, I would love that, actually, because I spend a lot of money. All right, loser number 2. Loser number 2, I have another question for you. I would love to have the perfect proposal, something romantic and special, so I will never forget it. How would you propose to me in a special way?
Well, I would take us back to nature, but not real nature. I wouldn't go out in the woods. I would construct an elaborate set, perhaps in my basement or my garage, where I could have all sorts of fake trees and
and fake animals so we would be safe from the wildlife and we wouldn't be disturbed. And I would get down on one knee and I would take the eye socket of a raccoon because I happen to have just quite an abundance of raccoon skulls. I have so many raccoon skulls, it's not even funny. I cannot stress you enough how many raccoon skulls I have. And I would hollow out the eye socket, and I would use that as a bone ring, and I would let that symbolize our love that would last forever, like our love was, I don't know, suspended in embalming fluid. Just we could find love and we could just live forever, away from nature. No animals whatsoever.
Okay, that was interesting. All right, loser number 3. I have another question for you. So let's say we were going to have a destination wedding, something very special. Where would you want to have a destination wedding?
Well, listen, baby, I've got a fever that only a quarter pounder can handle. So I would take you to go get some McDonald's, baby. And listen, when you're with me, you don't pay at McDonald's. I don't pay at McDonald's. I steal from it. And so that's where we would go for our destination, is we would go to the largest McDonald's in the United States, and we would steal from it together.
Oh, that sounds very romantic for a wedding. All right, loser number 1. I have one last question for you. I love to wear comfy stuff, like comfy pants and comfy shirts and things like that. That's kind of my style. It's just comfort. What kind of style do you have?
Really, just anything green and fuzzy. I'm not really into material things. Although I do like every once in a while slipping into a nice little robe while I sit at home with my self-loathing. Excuse me, Max, knock that off. Hey, stop it. Sorry about that. Just had to. Yeah.
No worries. All right, loser number 2. I have one last question for you as well. I know this is gonna be a weird question, but I grew up on a farm where we had where we had lots of animals to take care of. So I know you're not a huge fan of animals in general, but do you have a least favorite animal or a favorite animal?
My least favorite animal is all of them. Can I just make a quick note to the producer here? I didn't know that dogs were going to be allowed in this venue. Can we kick the little rat out? Can we kick him out, please, so I can get back on track, please? Contestant number 1, dog out.
I don't think they're listening to you. All right,
to answer your question, though, I have to say I don't like any animals. Like I said,
okay.
My favorite animal, anything dead. Anything dead. Once they're dead, they're so majestic and beautiful, and you just soak them in formaldehyde, and you drive them to a place, and you don't even eat the meat. You just waste everything. You just take the hides and the raccoon skulls. I don't know how. I need to have a garage sale for my raccoon skulls. But yeah, you just put stuff in them, embalming fluid and formaldehyde. Yeah.
Okay, well, wonderful, great. So, awesome. Loser number 3. I like to be treated every once in a while to a nice, fine dinner. If you were going to treat me to a nice dinner, fine dining kind of stuff, what would you treat me to?
Well, baby, what I would do is I would set the table for you before you came home.
Oh.
You'd walk in. It would be tablecloths, candles, and a dinner there. That dinner is going to be 2 buns, a hamburger patty, some cheese. You know where I'm going with this. Huh? And we're going to sit down. We're going to eat these hamburgers together. And then the police are going to show up. They're going to put me in handcuffs and try me for my crimes. And I'm going to say, baby, I love you as I'm hauled off in the paddy wagon.
Oh, wow. That sounds like a very sensual evening.
Romantic evening.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Well,
you've had the opportunity to meet our losers.
yes.
Which is the least loserish and your first to jettison?
Yeah, least loserish, because I know that her heart is just going to grow 10 times. Is loser number one. I don't think I want the Grinch. Yeah. So because the Grinch is just going to be, I know the Grinch is going to turn way too heartfelt for me. So no to the Grinch. Sorry, Grinch.
Back to Whoville.
Yes, go back to Whoville. I also don't think I want loser number three, just because I have a feeling that loser number three is some sort of Christopher Walken playing the Hamburglar. Yes. So
you
that's it.
have a fever, and hamburgers are not the cure.
No. So I don't think I want loser number three as well, just because that's an amazing prospect. Is Christopher Walken playing the Hamburglar? So I think I'm going to want loser number two, because while I grew up on a farm, I hated it. And I think I want a taxidermist who doesn't like animals.
That's very good.
All right.
That was a hard position to hold for more than like 3 seconds.
That's honestly the reason why I chose you, because I knew you'd be last.
Yeah. Ty Malagani is a great friend and an even better father.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, son.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Daddy.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. On that note, our show is done.
On that note, it's not done. It's only just beginning. We have 5 more games. Just kidding. No, I do want to announce our holiday giveaway. This is something that we've put however much time it takes to run a holiday giveaway into a web program, and you're right. Yeah. So if you go onto our social media right now, and specifically Facebook, it'll point you to our website, chaoticgoodimprov.com/contest, where we are giving away a T-shirt modeled by the lovely Ty Malagani. We're giving away a hat, and we're giving away a very special Christmas ornament that is handmade by me in my basement. Did I sell it? I sold it. I really sold it, guys. I sold it. All right. So it's pretty lovely. It's our little logo on there. It's in this nice 3D printed plastic, because I got a 3D printer and I just make stuff. But the grand prize winner is going to get a T-shirt, a hat, and an ornament. Second prize, you're going to get a T-shirt and an ornament. Third place, you're just getting a free ornament. That's it. That's all you're getting. Third place. So go to chaoticgoodimprov.com/contest. It'll point you to an app called Gleam, and that way you can enter. The more you enter, the more you win. And then also help us spread the word. You know, we're doing this so we can get more people like you. Also, the contest is only open if you live in the United States of America or the nation of Australia. We have a surprisingly high number of Australian fans. So I figure it would be cruel to eliminate half our audience on a nightly basis, you know, maybe. Do that. And then you can see all the terms and conditions. This contest is not endorsed by Twitch, Facebook, or any other social media platform. Just us. I say that because I have to.
Honestly,
I say that because I have to. Do what, Pierce?
Barely endorsed by me.
Yeah.
This was a very, very half-hearted endeavor by all of us. None of us really did.
Actually, I will say, to Patrick's credit, he put a lot more work into the presentation and to the graphic and everything than I did, hurriedly trying to throw it up on the screen behind the scenes before he announced it. So there was and blocked out 3/4 of our cast while I did so that was great. It will look better next time, guys, trust me.
Put back up there so that everybody can see the website again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So let's do that. And whoops, I didn't do it. If you can read that, it says visit chaoticgoodimprov.com/contest for official rules.
Yeah,
nice.
I did put the contest link in the chat there. Spoiler: I am Patrick Glenn 5.
What?
I know. I disguised myself so well. You know?
Everything I knew was a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you knew was the cake.
Well, those ornaments
joke-
look really good, Patrick.
Yeah, that joke was just for you, and you weren't even listening.
All right.
I'm just gonna do this.
Yeah, there you
You
go.
guys can
Show off that
ignore
pretty ornament that that everyone at home can win. Well, this was our
Actually-
show for this evening. Only 3 people can win the ornament.
Well, I am making more for sale in our store though.
Oh, well, that's nice,
Yeah,
but not till
gotta-
later.
gotta- No, I've got like a bunch of them printed. I printed way too many. Yeah.
So basically, what we're saying is, if you
limited
win it, you're not
edition.
special.
Yeah. Well, no, what I'm saying is, if you wait until after Christmas, they'll go on sale.
Patrick's still talking about.
I will say, my mom thought these were like necklace medallions,
Nice,
and I was like,
Let's wear them during this
Yes.
show.
absolutely.
I mean, yeah, my mom apparently is the early 2000s rapper Lil Kim, thinking this is jewelry. So yeah. Hey, Mom.
Oh,
Love you.
right. Well, that's our show for this evening. We hope that you enjoyed yourself tonight. I know that we did. We laughed a whole lot, so hopefully you did as well. I'm going to reintroduce our cast one last time for your enjoyment. My name is Ty.
Hey!
We have Pierce.
Pierce.
We have Katie.
Hey!
We have Patrick.
Patrick.
And we have Noah.
Noah.
And of course, Chad, who's making everything work. Because again, without him, none of this would ever be possible. We would literally just be sitting by ourselves in our living rooms or basements or wherever we are and just chatting to nothing. So Chad really makes this work. So thank you so much to Chad. Once again, thank you all for everyone who gave a suggestion this evening, for tuning in, for watching us. We really, really appreciate it. And I see Chad has another announcement to make. So go ahead, Chad.
Real quick, before we all go, and I know we kind of like finally a couple times here, but real quick, we need to name the episode.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And we had several great suggestions in the chat. So running through them really quickly, putting that microwave to good use. Good wagon master of the 18th Victorian century, which was pre-Victorian, but okay. I am a murderer and I have a knife, or alternatively, I have a knife. Where is the queen? They're all stuffed with all sorts of whatever.
Yeah.
I got a fever only a quarter pounder can handle, and once they're dead, they're just so majestic and beautiful.
Out of context, that last one sounds real creepy.
Yeah, I gotta say, I really loved Pierce's "Where's the Queen." That was a moment for
All
me.
right. I love it.
Where is
I
the
didn't mean to
queen?
just like declare that.
No, Katie declared. Katie declared it is
I
the
do
queen
declare.
quote.
There's the queen.
Where's the queen?
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Okay,
There
and
it is.
I somehow lost who suggested Where's the Queen. I am terribly sorry. Oh, wait, no, there it is. Jazzrayo2 in the chat. Congratulations.
All
to
right.
Jazzrayo.
Thank you.
Get bragging rights. So there is that.
So brag about it.
So yeah, that should about do it. One last thing. Thank you to Piercing Wit, Melancholy Spectator, Whiskey, Eagle Panini. Thank you all so much for your financial support tonight through your subs, through your bit cheers, and thanks again to DeBeast for joining us tonight and following Bathwater Bandit, Brandy Shea, and the Raspberry. Thank you guys so much for keeping this channel moving forward. All right, that's all I got.
All right. Well, catch us again. We have another show coming up Saturday evening at 7:30. Same place, twitch.tv/chaotic good improv, or on our Facebook page, or YouTube, or Snapchat, or Tinder. I don't know where we are. So anyway, just find us. We're online somewhere. So just check us out. But another show this Saturday at 7:30. Make sure you see it, because it will be another great, funny show. But I think that's it. Unless anyone else had any last announcements they wanted to say. No? All right. Well, thank you all again for showing up. Thank you all for your support.